is a little bit stale. It's about who can take the first tower, and that's pretty much it. But it's hopefully something they're looking into is, oh my god, ABL down to 30 HP here. Nearly QSR working out wonders for Saf, and I don't even know how. Was that a hook that killed him? No, how did you just kill him?
You know, worst enemies, best partners in lane, as it turns out. At least for now, telekinesis though, up here, over on the right-hand side, able to take down Hoot. So, meanwhile, things getting a little bit heated here, back in middle once more. Or shifting gears over to the left. Binding Ward gonna hit, down goes Saint.
Xenon can be safe on that Warden. It's gonna be Soul Exchange gonna be used onto Saf. He's gonna back away. Still has his Death Slam available, but he's very low on HP because the Affliction was used on top of this.
Taking a look here, back on the left lane though. Tower nearly gone. Heavy focus on it. Doesn't care about the focus fire on the other end. Says, okay, still fine. We'll go for Guardian. Sif over as far as left lane goes, victory to the Holiday Warden lane in the first Guardian.
Yeah, and that obviously means we're gonna see Overseas rotate around as Infstream gets a kill as well onto Jam side, who's just a frowny face or smiley face, whatever you want to call it. I feel like every week he seems to never put his name correct.
Well, I think react is the right word too, where you think about a Shiv Kelvin lane, you're looking for combos to get kills with Frozen Shelter, not use Frozen Shelter to basically not die to the last stand.
Two players there.
I mean, one upside. Okay, Death Slam, up, over, grabs two, drops him on back. Huge pick coming in from Saf, where just diving a little bit too deep, not respecting the thread of the lash, and that's going to lead to an immediate turn in and go forward and take objectives on the map.
Exactly. You would try to take that left-hand walker in this situation in particular, as we see Tasco down here from the lasso.
Point is still in a really nice spot that Abrahams has to make plays to sort of dislodge him from.
Speaking of plays, at least for Abraham's side, telekinesis is going to be used, as well as the Frozen Shelter to keep Hoot alive here. And even trying to get the catch on a Flambo, which is going to work out for them. And now with the man advantage, what are they going to look to do?
You're one when you just slow things down a little bit. Like you've been ahead. You don't need the hard push the way you are, but back in the middle. Saf looking to punish, getting hit with the soul swap in turn. Xenon still going to go down.
Yeah, a good pick up here. Through the last one coming through, catching out Tass, and I think he gets stuck on the other side of a wall, so he actually escapes this one, at least for now. Yeah, both teams just really committing towards these middle Guardians. Here comes the Death Slam, going to connect onto two, and actually might be the two he needs.
Yeah, it gets two. Frozen Shelter coming in right on after. We'll see if the fall through is there. They're looking for Flammable. Flammable in real danger. Can't shift out. Gonna fall. So it's been Saf.
Come back to it if we do have a moment. Okay, we will. So I see Abraham's back. Keen away, maybe, or a massive hook gonna hit from downtown. And there's gonna be no swap for Zanya available. He should fall from this.
Warden is pretty far behind. Like your allocation, you're actually really happy to have to dreams with hold the phone. Lasso up and over, looking for the pick here on the Jam side. Jam side, nowhere to go. Just gets fed into the waiting maw of Xenon. And now, off the pickoff. It's not just a pickoff, it's a full rotation here on his farm-wise, but that actually did a lot to bring him just, you know, accumulating on raids. So, I mean, Abraham's...
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the soul allocation, I mean, Jam side 17, together 17, and Saf at 16. Hoot's kind of fallen behind and hasn't really been, as he has positioned himself around the urn turning where he's met up with Flammable. He also has the support of Xenon here, and Hoot's just going to have to back away and be very careful about this.
Sif who's able to get away. Sinclair, Warden, both chasing. Now, gonna try and go up the other side. And anytime you have to do a pivot like this, you are hoping...
Last is going to come through. I don't know if they have the damage to pick him off in time. The reinforcements trying to come in for Abraham. It's going to be Saf in particular going to be looking towards the Frozen Shelter comes in and buys some time. The urn has been traded out in the hands of Zanya, who could go for a relatively free turn in, but the fight is what we're all focused on.
Yeah, Xenon gonna drop the last stand in the middle of it. It's not necessarily a great fight for Abraham's. Nonetheless, Frozen Shelter already used. Saint low, together down. And the save attempt there, they will at least trade out onto the Wraith, but it turns into a bit of a sloppy fight. Saf ends up dying by the end of it. Saint not gonna get away here. Saint super, super low. 2 HP, Jason.
I mean, got rescue beam. He got like, oh,
what?
Just say like infinite HP, catches an ABL. I mean, he's gonna escape from this. He really.
They feel like Abraham's isn't around for the immediate contest. This is quite risky though to go for here. I mean, one win has done this sort of play a lot. We'll see if it pans out. I mean, ideally, Abraham's is going to be able to get here in time. The Death Slam won't be up, though, Jason.
They've got every ultimate available. Last Stand has just come online. Who immediately rushes in, gets slowing Hex as well, gets swapped with the Affliction on top of that. The Rejuvenator has now fallen to the ground. The Frozen Shelter just going to be looking to buy some time as Empty Dreams already gets himself 2 kills. Saint, yeah, you stopped the actual Rejuvenator being picked up. Even a stolen Frozen Shelter being used to buy even more time here, ZP. What is happening?
Massive stolen Frozen Shelter. And yeah, Abraham's able to get the steal. And together starts getting clean up here on the killing blow. So even the good Storm Frozen Shelter together suddenly turns into his house of horrors. Up and over, multiple killing blows, maybe going down on the offset, but this is not at all what OneWin team thought would happen in the middle of the fight. Just complete disaster in many respects for how it started. They're able to trade out to an extent, so I mean, overall, the game is actually going to be an even stay at the end, but has to be one of the most ridiculous mid-fights we've ever seen, and probably a good time here to bring in Jake. Jake, I mean...
Truly a wild one. I mean, the Sap didn't have his ultimate, right, on Lash, so they were like, all right, let's go for it, but the Kelvin ulti was able to stall that reju for long enough where the Lash ulti did come into play, and so I think OneWin together was kind of the last man standing there. Now Holiday, though, trying to turn this tempo around. Rescue Beam didn't have still the opportunity to win, but I mean, the team fights, the objective play is so strong here from Abrahams.
Bruh. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say, ZP, after that rejuve, because my lord, that second audience participation for Frozen Shelter, I'm not sure if that was needed trying to heal up his team, but my god, that gave a huge in for Abrahams once again. They've actually taken lead by 10,000 souls. They have OneWin on the retreat. That was definitely one of the most interesting fights I think we've ever seen on Rejuve in our 28 weeks of doing DFN now.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the urn turn in there, just be able to thread in the urn turn in was Hoop. Wow, Telekinesis is gonna come out here. Still pressure onto the Wraith. Empty Dreams, nowhere to go. OneWin, giving up kills left, right, and center. Death Slam not gonna hit towards the end. Now, right now, OneWin team, ideally, you try and back up a little bit. You don't want to stagger even more. The affliction that comes in from ABL, though, pretty significant. This is why Abrahams is a bit more of a retreat here, Jason. Everyone down to half HP.
They lost the game. We know they're willing to do these big, risky plays, but when it doesn't work out, it can look very bad for the team.
And right now, I mean, they're staggered. They're like a prize fighter that just got hit with a haymaker, and they're seeing stars at the moment, Jason. I think post-mid-fight, OneWin is out of sorts, just trying to find their footing, and Abraham's just continually getting pickoffs, whether it be off hooks from Task, whether it be off initiations from Saf, or just running at people with Together, who's starting to get a big lead on the game. I mean, either way, this has been really problematic for OneWin. Frozen Shelter going down here as the last stand comes in, and they're just like, no, we actually don't want to deal with the last stand right now. We'd like to finish off this walker. They're gonna get it, and OneWin firmly ahead now, Jason.
Bro, I thought it was summer out here in Italy, but it must be winter with this.
You know, where we're at right now, I mean, it's really dangerous for OneWin to be poking back and forth. The odds of getting hit by a hook eventually just go up and up the longer you're here. But now, fight is underway. Already, Hoot's super low. Early focus fire from OneWin team, not the worst. Last stand, though, has already been used by Xenon. Xenon low as Warden. Same as Zanya. Zanya's gonna fall. No soul swap to save in that moment. Xenon also really, really low. So OneWin team, they're already down most of their high power here at Abrahams. They're still raring to go. Dropping on in his Lash, finding the Holiday, and just able to walk on forward. OneWin team just running out of tools here, Jace.
And the Urn has been dropped as well, so it's retreating back towards its spawn. They're just going to push into the base. With all the AB unflammable here to defend, you would most likely see these shrines, and of course the first page patron fall. First stage patron, wow, that's a tongue twister. I don't know if you noticed, but we did have Overseas use a lasso in the beginning of that fight before it actually kicked off, and I think it caught onto Hoop, but they rescue beamed him away. But that, you know, kind of key ultimate being offline was also obviously a big go moment for Abrahams, and now is the patron going to be transformed. Mid boss could be spawning, or already spawned in, sorry.
The way that they're, like, you know, slow pressuring with Taz and Sap, just looking for their opportunities, though Kelvin is getting caught. This is a very nice opening pick if they're able to get it, and the follow-up. Lift comes in, and that should be potentially scaring this, but Sap in with the ulti as well.
The massive Death Slam on the other end hits 3. Sap, though, getting hit by the Rapid Hex right after. The rest of Abrahams isn't here. They're still mid-rotation. OneWin team, still some options, but flammable. Gonna get caught. Empty Dreams, getting low in turn 2, already down. And Abrahams, those that were weak were able to mostly get out of the line of fire. The rest of the team has caught up. And I think if you're trying to make plays down 30K, I mean, that was a great call by OneWin team, but it just does not pan out, Jace.
Refresher Saint 2, he just picked it up. One of the key moments in that fight, the fact he was able to escape away from the telekinesis, buy time for the sounds to disappear so he could heal himself up to have the Frozen Shelter, and the follow-up fight was massive. And now with OneWin losing 4 players, I mean, they have a lane to push on the right-hand side. This actually just might be the game. ABL gonna be left. He's a good player, but he's not gonna be that good here. And I think we're gonna see Abrahams advance once again here to play against VP.
Patron going down bit by bit. 5 down. ABL, no way he's gonna defend that. It will be One Win Team moving on to the money match to fight Virtus Pro here in Deadlock Fight Night number 28 EU, presented by Intel. And man, oh man, I mean, One Win Team, Jason, let's not forget, they were in the driver's seat for a while in this game, and then, you know, way less seen overall. I do wonder, you know, kind of evaluating draft from here on out,